Okay, now we're on page 27, and we're going to solve a quadratic equation by square rooting both sides, but this time we're not going to end up with perfect square roots. So if you look at example 2, it tells you 4x squared plus 3 equals 23. So when I try to put it into standard form, actually if I did put this in standard form, you would notice we have an A and a C, but there's no B. And this is the time that we square root both sides when there is no B. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. 4x squared equals 20. I divide both sides by 4 and I get x squared equals 5. Now I square root both sides and we get an answer of x equals plus or minus root 5. Now, we're going to use a calculator and round to the nearest hundredths. If you were told to leave it get the exact answer, you would leave it as plus or minus root 5. But since we're not asking for the exact answer, we're asking you to round it to the nearest hundredth, you use your calculator and you put in square root of 5, you round it to the nearest hundredth, and in this case, square root of 5 is plus or minus 2.24. Okay? So your solutions are positive 2.24 and negative 2.24. And notice they say about, because this is not the exact solution. So now I want you to try checkpoint 4 and 5 on your own. Stop the video, and when you're done, start the video again and see if you got the same answer. So I start out by adding 7 to both sides. 2x squared equals 16. Notice I have no x terms, so b equals 0. So now I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And then I'm going to square root both sides. So x equals plus or minus the square root of 8. Now, we will learn that you can simplify radicals. We're really going to learn this later on. Or you can change your radicals to the nearest hundredths. Since this says, give me the answer in nearest hundredths, I would say, use my calculator, x equals plus or minus 2.83. For this one, 6g squared equals 18. Divide by 6, divide by 6. G squared equals 3. Square root both sides, plus or minus. G equals plus or minus 1.73. Okay?